Hello, Little Promises families. I'm so excited to get to start this year off, school year 2020-2021. My name is Patty Cridland. I'm the director of Little Promises Preschool this year. This will be my first year. I am taking over for Alexa Gearhart, and I know I have very big shoes to fill, but some of you may recognize me. I was a forest teacher in the Blue Door last year, actually for the past 3 years. And I know I have the knowledge and the excitement and the drive to really make this year great along with all of our amazing staff. I want to welcome all of the parents, all the returning, all of the new. We are so excited to start this year off and to get your children back in our classrooms, to start sharing the love of Jesus again with them and to start helping them learn and grow. I want to let you know that I am including an intro letter about myself into the back to school night packets that you'll receive from your teachers so you can get to know just a little bit more about me. Tonight, I want to first start off with thanking you guys so much for your patience and your understanding. I know sometimes some of this information is getting out to you a little bit later than it normally would, but I promise you we have been working very hard and very diligently to make decisions and plans and changes that are needed to be made to make this year great. Attached to this email with this video is our parent handbook. You will get a printed out handbook as well in your packet, but we ask you to please try to read over that tonight or before you do our back to school night tour with our teachers. It has a ton of information in it for you, all of our new plans for COVID-19 and many of the changes we're making. If you're a returning student, I promise there's a lot of new information in there as well. And we hope that you'll be able to watch this video that highlights a lot of that information, but also are able to read it. So if you have any questions, we can answer those at back to school night. So now I'm going to pull up some slides to go over that information. I'm going to try to go over it very quickly so I don't take up too much of your time. But again, welcome and thank you so much for all that you are doing for us at Little Promises. And we are so excited for you to bring your children to school starting Thursday, but then for school starting on September 8th. So let me pull up these slides and we'll get to it. Let's start off right away with the nitty gritty, rip off the Band-Aid and talk about our COVID-19 and school opening plan. In your parent handbook, you will find the COVID reopening plan and all of the specifics. I'm just going to go over a couple highlights. I want to let you know that masks are welcome, but they are not required. We're letting families decide what they think is best for them and their child. Teachers will be wearing masks during temperature checks during drop-off, but after that, when all the students are inside the classrooms, they will be able to take them off. Students will be kept in groups by classroom during school hours. This means that classrooms will not be intermixing with each other. They will be staying separate, and we will not be doing any full school-wide events at the beginning of this year. Temperature screenings will happen during drop-off before school, and we will be doing increased hygiene and sanitation. We will be doing lots of hand sanitizing. We will be sanitizing between classes, switching sides between instructional and center side. We will also be wiping down door handles and widely used items very often throughout the day. Now, in the event that a student starts to show signs of COVID-19 symptoms and has a fever, we will inform the class that there is a student in the classroom that is being tested for COVID-19. Once we get the results of those tests, we will let the class know. If it is positive, we will be consulting with a doctor to find out what the recommended length of closure time will be for that class. It will be based on how long those closures will be. Tuition will not be reimbursed during those closures, but classroom teachers will be providing daily circle time videos as well as activities that can be done at home. Our main priority at Little Promises is to stay healthy and safe and to keep our doors open. Next, let's talk about our calendar and daily schedule. There's a school calendar that's published online as well as a hard copy will be included in your back to school night packets. Your daily schedule is from Monday through Thursday from 9 to noon. Your classroom teachers will provide you details for your daily schedule for each individual classroom, such as instructional time, center time, when snack time will be, recess, specials, and when your child's bathroom breaks will be. Communication. The main way we will be communicating this year is through ClassTag. There's an app that you can download, or you can also use it online. Your teacher will be adding your email to ClassTag and an email should be sent to you for that. We also have a Little Promises Facebook page where we'll be doing advertisements about events and closures and things like that. If you have any questions or need to get in contact with us, feel free to email me at patty@ncftoday.com or email your personal teacher. Drop-off and procedures. So how it's going to look on that first day of school is we ask you to take your child to the bathroom and wash their hands prior to leaving the house. We want to lessen the amount of people using the bathroom right away when they first get there, lessen the crowds. We ask you to wait in your car until 9 a.m. Teachers will open their doors and begin temperature checks starting at 9 a.m. at the classroom doors. We ask you to please follow traffic patterns for social distancing drop-off. Your teachers will be going over that, as well as back to school night. We will help you to know which way to go, where to go, to help lessen the amount of people in certain areas. Our staff will be mastering parent interactions and temperature checks, and if a child has a fever of 100.4 and above, he or she will not be able to attend. We'll be using lots of hand sanitizers, both as they come in the classroom as well as when they go out or travel anywhere else on campus. For pickup, we ask you to please wait again in your car until 12 p.m. and then head to the classroom door. Again, this is mostly so we lessen the amount of crowds around the classrooms. Students will be released at 12 p.m. and teachers will sign them out. Your child will only be released to authorized individuals, so please make sure that your registration forms are up to date on who is allowed to pick up your child. Late drop-off and early pickup. After 9:15, all doors will be locked. If you are dropping off after 9 a.m., please enter through the dome through the main entrance. There will be a doorbell right to the right of those doors. You ring that, a staff member will come out. They'll check your temperature and radio the teacher. We ask the parent to please escort the child to class, or if they are picking them up early, please walk to the classroom to pick up a child. For on-campus visitors, sadly, due to COVID-19, classroom visitors will not be permitted for the first part of the school year. Now for late pickup, please contact us ASAP if you pick up your child later than 12 p.m. We know things happen and life happens, so please just let us know if that does. If you do arrive after 12:15 p.m., we will have to charge you a $15 late fee. The fee is paid for our employees. You will sign a late slip paper and have 2 days to pay the $15. Consistent late pickup may result in a withdrawal from the program. Next is snack calendar information. Your child's teacher will be giving out specific information about when snack buddies will be and what their calendar will look like. For campus-wide, we need to let you know that we are a peanut-free campus. So we ask you to make sure that any packaged items you bring in do not contain peanuts, nothing with peanut butter. And also due to COVID-19, we do ask that no homemade snacks are brought in and that mostly packaged items are brought in. Of course, there are still other healthy options that can be brought in that are packaged, such as string cheese, yogurt. At the stores, I know you can find pre-cut and washed fruit and vegetables. If you do bring in a package of apples or oranges, we do ask you just to bring those bags in, not to do any of the cutting at home, just to lessen the amount of germs that are brought into the classroom. For tuition, it is due the first school day of the month. As you can see in this picture, we ask you to drop off the payments in a little black box at the bottom of the stairs in the dome. You can pay with cash or check payable to Little Promises Preschool. We do ask on your checks that you write to please put your child's first and last name on that memo line. If you're paying cash, we ask you to put it in an envelope, or there are envelopes right in front of that little box, and we ask you to put your child's first and last name on those envelopes. We do have many students here at New Covenant Fellowship for different ministries, and some of them even have some of the same last names, and we want to make sure to get those payments into the right accounts, and having your child's first and last name on that will help us greatly. There is a 5-day grace period for payments. After that 5 days, though, there is a $10 late fee that will be applied to your account. If worst case scenario, you become more than 1 month behind, we will have to have a discussion about your child's continued enrollment. Please communicate with the office directly if you have any financial concerns. So, forms to be returned. There are going to be lots of forms and different papers in your back to school night info, but the ones that need to be returned are the handbook verification and COVID-19 reopening plan agreement, the medical form. We need you to bring back in your child's immunization records, and there's also going to be a get to know you form that we would love for you to fill out so we can get to know more about your child. Now for some school-wide information. So for our supply list, we do ask that on back to school night, you bring the items for the first day of school that was in that top box on your supply list. It had things such as a 1-inch 3-ring binder, large markers, box of crayons, glue sticks, those kind of things in that top box. We ask you to bring all of those items. Your teachers will be providing each child with a pencil box that they will be able to have individual supplies in, and that will allow the teacher time to get those all set and ready for the first day of school. For that middle box on your supply list, for the staggered list, this is what our staggered supply list dates are. If you are have the last name of A through F. If you could bring those items back to school night, that'd be great. If you need to bring them back on the first day, that's fine as well. If you have a last name of G through L, we'll ask you to bring in those staggered item lists on November 4th. Last names M through R, January 6th. Last name S through Z, March 2nd. So these supplies, you also can ask your teachers right before your time if there's anything else they need, or if there's specific things on that wish list that they would like. That will also be very helpful. For Fruits of the Spirit, that is what we are going to focus on during our Bible special. In your back to school night packet, there will be the verses that your children will be memorizing each month that go along with the Fruits of the Spirit. Behavior management language, there's a little yellow sheet of paper in your packet, and that goes over how at Little Promises we try to use the words red choice, green choice, and try to always encourage our students to use green choices to make the glory of God in everything that they do. For some classroom specific details, all grades have their own theme calendars and unique classroom features. Each grade will inform you of their snack buddies and calendars, and teachers will be emailing out more specific information to you about all of these things. Now, for back to school night, tomorrow night, we hope that you all were able to sign up for a time on Sign Up Genius. 2 families were able to sign up per slot. All staff members will be wearing masks because of all of the families they will be coming in contact with. We do ask that all family members, besides the children, wear masks to just help lessen the amount of spread of germs that evening. Please bring those beginning of the year supplies we just talked about. And during those classroom tours, your teachers will enjoy meeting your students, getting to know you, showing you the classroom, and explaining a lot of information and answering any questions that you have. For classroom locations, we understand that those new to our campus, it's going to be very confusing. We ask that you come in that last entrance to park in the gravel parking lot. There's some construction going on, new building being built. It's super exciting, but we know it might be confusing. Miss Alexa and I will be there to help direct you, but to give you an idea of where the classroom locations are, for our twos class, those are going to be in our dome building, the big dome in the middle of our campus. If you go through the doors by the parking lot and go to the right down the hallway, that's to Miss Amy's class. Miss Kristen's class will be going around the dome and by a side door, which is by the kitchen area. For our threes class, you'll be going by our modulars. For Miss Kelly's class, you will go up the deck onto the deck, and there's a green door you will enter. For Miss Westbrook's class, you will actually get to go through the door right closest to the parking lot. For our fours class, blue door, Miss Heather, you'll go into the playground actually and go through the back door to enter into her classroom. For Miss Kiera, you will get to go onto the deck and enter through the blue door. For our purple door fours classes, you just go onto the deck and into the purple door to meet Miss Kim. We are so excited to see you guys there and are excited to answer any questions you have. For our first day of school, that'll be Tuesday, September 8th at 9 a.m. We are so excited and we'll be so ready to see those smiling faces on your children. Things to remember on that first day is a backpack with a filled labeled water bottle. We do also ask that you have a change of clothes in a labeled Ziploc bag. Things happen at school, messes, accidents, and it will help our teachers out to have a change of clothes just in case. We ask your child dress comfortably and appropriately for the weather, and we ask that they wear shoes that have backs on them, and as well as if they can be closed-toed, that's preferred because we do have tan bark on our playground, and we know children really hate having those get in between their toes and such. Other than that, that is all that I have. Thank you so much for listening to all of this. I know it was long, but I greatly appreciate you listening through this information. We're excited to meet you, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have at Back to School Night.